1. How do you debug a C++ program? Debugging a C++ program can involve several strategies: use of a debugger, utilizing a debugger tool like GDB or Visual Studio Debugger to step through code, inspect variables, and understand the flow of execution. Print debugging, inserting print statements to trace the execution flow and variable values. Code review, manually reviewing code to identify logical errors or areas that could potentially cause issues. Static analysis, employing static analysis tools to scan the code for common issues or vulnerabilities. And unit testing, writing and running unit tests to ensure each part of the program works as expected. 2. Describe a challenging bug you encountered in C++ and how you resolved it. This answer may vary widely based on personal experience. Here's a generic example. A challenging bug involved a memory leak that was causing the application to gradually consume all available RAM. Utilizing a memory profiler to identify the leak, it was discovered that dynamically allocated memory was not being freed correctly. By carefully reviewing the code and ensuring all new operations had corresponding delete operations, the leak was resolved. 3. How do you use assert in C++? The assert macro in C++ is used to handle errors by setting up situations where, if a given condition is false, the software will terminate with an error message. For example, using assert to check if a variable equals 5, and if not, the program terminates with an error message. Assert is typically used during development and testing to catch logical errors, and it's often disabled in production code for performance reasons. 4. Can you explain how a memory profiler is used in C++? A memory profiler helps identify issues related to memory usage, such as memory leaks, in a C++ program. By running the application through a memory profiler, developers can identify locations where memory is allocated but not freed, understand the memory usage of the application, find instances of memory corruption or misuse, and then use this information to optimize memory usage and resolve issues, ensuring stable and efficient software. 5. How would you identify and resolve a segmentation fault in C++? A segmentation fault occurs when a program tries to access a restricted memory segment. To identify and resolve it, use a debugger to run the program through a debugger to identify where the segmentation fault occurs. Code review to review the code for potential issues like accessing an array out of bounds, dereferencing a null or invalid pointer, etc. Logging to understand the program's state and execution flow leading up to the segmentation fault. Pay attention to compile warnings as they might point to potential issues. Once the cause is identified, modify the code to ensure valid memory access, proper pointer management, and adherence to array bounds to resolve the segmentation fault.